Blog Talk Radio.
Yo, what's bangin', man? It's your boy Nutso. Mr. Get With It to get your face knitted. Reppin' that Q borough, nigga. Flushing Queens, man. I'm out here with my motherfucking family. You already know what it is when you hear that. Ooh, hey! Yeah, nigga. Screwball Radio with Black Poet and King Eric. Comment, what up? This is what we do, man. Nutso, Queens. Was bangin', nigga.
Yeah. It's your boy Life Liggy Long, live from the pandemic. Yeah. So keeping the vibes right. You know what I'm saying? We got Screwball Radio with your man King Eric, Black Poet. Shout out my man Common. You know how we do. You know what I mean? Screwball Radio. Get in tune, baby. We out here. Let's go.
Yeah, what up, man? It's your boy Common, man, Screwball Capo, and I'm here on Screwball Radio with my brother Black Poet and King Eric.
You know what it is? Escape the drippiest of Screwball. I'm here with the wildest and the grimiest, King Eric and Black Poet at Screwball Radio. Oh yeah, shout out my big bros for life, John Nitty, Kyron, Common, Bronchek, rest easy KL Hostel. Woo-hoo!
What's hood good with y'all? This your big homie, Prodigy Hood from the South Central Cartel. I'm tapping in with the homies, Black Poet and Eric Mossberg at Screwball Radio. Bang that.
What's up? This is Prince Power Rule, a.k.a. Marcano from the Leftovers, and you're listening to Screwball Radio with my man Black Poet and King Eric. Yeah.
What it is, y'all. This your player partner, the legendary Cocaine. And look, I want to give big ups to my East Coast family. Shout out to Screwball Radio, you dig? Man, big ups to Common, Black, Poet, and my nephew Eric Mossberg. That's what it is, Screwball Radio, Buddy Boys, the legendary Cocaine. We on that Monkey Wasn't Funky campaign, you heard? Man, keep it wiggling. Screwball.
Who had?
What's the deal, man? Episode 118. Episode 118 underway. Got my man Common online right now with me. King Eric in the building. What's good, y'all?
Yeah. We here, man. Another Saturday. Representing that Screwball.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. And we're going to have Richie Evans, a.k.a. Juice for Black Wall Street. He's going to be joining us probably shortly. But in the meantime, until he called, man, anybody that want to build with us, the call number is 516-531-9596. If you have any questions, let us know. Shoot the breeze. We on board.
Yeah. You know, before he get on, you know, I don't know if y'all saw that All-Star game last weekend. You know, I just want to talk sports real quick.
A lot of people been, you know, a lot of the critics been saying that the game has, you know, lost its style, lost its flavor, and people were basically bored about it. They weren't really impressed with the All-Star game. They thought it was like basically a shoot around.
Yeah, man, like, you know, in my time, you know, I don't want to sound like I'm an OG or nothing like that, but in my time, you know, it was East versus West. It wasn't a captain and they pick out the best teams from each side, and you can have people playing against each other that are actually on the same team on regular season. Like I didn't like that, you know. It was cool to see Brown and Tatum go at it for that little bit, even though they play for each other, but it'd be better if they take it back to East versus West on some basketball, you know what I mean? Like the best of the West against the best of the East, and play some defense. I know people don't want to get hurt. You know, people don't want to get hurt because it's the middle of the season. They don't want to get hurt. They don't want to play too hard, so they just shooting around. And, you know, I get it. They having fun, but, you know, back in the day, that East versus West meant a lot. You know, it meant a lot. You know, it also meant like, you know, like if the East won, there's a possibility that the East Coast teams will come back and start doing better. You know.
Yeah, it felt like the competition aspect was lost. Like, seriously.
I mean, the competition was there. It's just they just not taking it serious. You know what I'm saying? Like the competition was there. You got the best players in the NBA playing at the same time, but they not playing like they're trying to be the best of the East or the best of the West. They're just playing to, you know, what team is going to win, Team LeBron or Team Giannis. Like, it shouldn't even be a Team LeBron or a Team Giannis. It just should be the East versus the West, and that's it. No captains. You know, you pick out a coach that's been good all year and make him the coach. You know, don't have a Team LeBron and who's picking who to play. Like, I could have did without that, you know.
And not to mention, they had those colorful ass jerseys too, man. I like the when they did the old All-Star way where they had all the players wear their personal jerseys, because it made the game look very different. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah, you know, it's cool if you're wearing your own jersey, but, you know, you're part of a team, so you don't want to get it, you know, scrambled. You don't want it to get it confused out there. You know, somebody that's just tuning in, they don't know what's going on. You know, you got this team versus that team. Like, but, you know, and the dunk contest was all right. Shout out to, you know, homeboy that won. He was very, I want to say he was authentic with his dunks, you know. I just don't understand how the big men that are out there doing their dunks, they come with it. Like, homeboy came with it. What's his name? I know he's related to Riff Raff, but you know, he came out there to show his skill, man. And the crazy thing is that he only been in the league for like 5 games. You know, he was on some, Philadelphia picked him up on some 6 to 7 day contract, maybe a 10-day contract.
Yeah, man.
I mean, it boosted his stock.
I mean, he gonna be, you know, like, yeah, it boosted the stock.
Yeah. Like, definitely, like, you know, it's all about the opportunity, and he came and showed out on his opportunity, you know. But definitely, you know, he lit it up. Like, the last couple, you know, All-Star game dunk contests, they ain't been what they was, you know. I think the last dope one was Blake Griffin jumping over the car.
That was like 10 years ago.
You know, hey, you think about it, you know, everybody after that, you know, the dunk's been generic. Everybody jumping over somebody. Everybody doing this, like, it's kind of the same trick. And he coming in just straight up double pumping, some Dominique Wilkins dunks, you know?
Yeah. Now I think we got Richie on the line right now. I'm gonna try to get him on. I'm gonna see if this is him. 757.
What it do? Y'all know what it is. It's T-Max of the Facts from Off the Cuff, man. Just dropping in to say what's up to y'all, man. Hope everybody well tonight.
Yes, sir, man. We good, man. We got Richie Evans on the line, too. He's going to be building with us. I think he's on right now.
Yeah, man. How you?
Rich, what's going on, man? Great to hear from you again.
Man, appreciate you, baby. We out here just trying to make it happen. That's all, you know?
Definitely. Yeah, man, I know y'all on the site and whatnot. Like I said, just want to drop in and say what's up to everybody and whatnot, man. You making moves with Ross, man. We're so proud of you, man, and just keep making the moves. Shout out to Cheetah, Ross, you know, Matty Ice, Slab, the whole MMG, man. So, yeah, just keep doing it. Trop, everybody.
Man, appreciate you, champ. Appreciate you for real.
Definitely. King, you know I'm going to holler at you after the show and everything. So, man, look, y'all just go ahead and knock that show out like Tyson did in the 80s and 90s with the full force of the fifth philosophy of all things hip-hop.
All right.
So just go ahead and do it, man. All right.
No doubt. Appreciate you, bro.
Yes.
Yeah. What up, Richie Evans? This comment, capo of the Screwball Radio, Screwball Music. You know, we out here, you know, representing you. You know, thank you for coming on the show. You know what I'm saying? I see you doing things out there. You know, appreciate you taking the time to come on the show.
Man, it's all love, man. I appreciate you having me, bro.
Yeah, for sure. You know, we always, you know, we be listening. We got our ear to the pavement, and we always listening. We seeing people who making waves out there, and you know how this game is real. I want to say, like, they be hugging nuts in this game. You know what I'm saying? They don't be really giving the people that's really making that music the flowers when they should be. You know, they wait till it's too late. But you know, I see you doing your thing, and you know, keep doing that shit. You know, word is born.
Yeah, man, we are. Yeah, no, we definitely out here working, man. We definitely trying to, like I said, put these last pieces to the puzzle together for sure. But you know, I think it's dope that y'all do. You know what I'm saying? Give a platform to, you know, some of the, you know, the artists who really out there 10 toes down. You know what I mean? You know, cats who really out here pushing the pavement. You know what I mean? Really walking it how they talking. So man, salute to y'all. Like I said, man, for giving, you know, a platform for artists like myself, man, to come talk their life. You know?
Yeah, man. Because the thing is about us is that we like bridging not only to the East, but also bridging out to the West, man, because y'all just important to the cipher, you know what I mean?
I mean, hip hop. When we talking hip hop, I don't do it East and West. You know, it's you making good music, you should be heard. It don't matter what coast you on. You know what I'm saying? Like instead of dividing, hip hop is universal. Hip hop is one body. So to be splitting it East and West, you know, like that time passed already. That East and West, that time passed already. You know, you just in different regions now. You know, back in the day it was different because, you know, L.A. was one of the major players in the game, and the East Coast was the major player in the game. So before the South was coming up and the Midwest and all that, it was East and West. So you could say then. But now every part of the states is popping. There's someone in every state that's making a name for themselves. You know what I'm saying? And they coming with that authentic hip hop. You know, some of it I don't really be into some of it, but you could tell who sticks out. You know, like yourself, you got that sound that sticks out. You might be from Phoenix, but you give it a universal sound. Like you can't really tell that you from Phoenix. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy is, you know what I'm saying, like people who don't know my story, but you know, I was born in Philly. You know what I'm saying? And then I moved out west. Right. So I kind of got that game syndrome. You know what I'm saying? Where you know, game was respected on both coasts. You know what I'm saying? If he went to New York, or if he went to Jersey, or if he went anywhere out east, he still was able to, you know, blend in and not skip a beat, and still go home and do the same thing. You feel me? So it's kind of the same. You know what I'm saying? The same melody with myself, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, when I go back home to Philly to, you know, check my family all the time, but like I said, born out east and raised out west, definitely, you know, gives me some positives to work with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you like a Corrupt, you know?
Right.
You know, Corrupt was born in Philly. You know?
Yep, and he moved out to LA.
That's dope. That's dope. So how did you link with the game? Like, how did that come about?
You know, how I linked with Game, you know what I'm saying, back in the day, you know, he was out in Phoenix working on his album. What people tend to forget, back in the day, Phoenix was very heavily represented by the Rough Riders. You know what I'm saying? People forget that, you know, DMX moved out to Phoenix. Swizz moved out to Phoenix.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So it was a heavy Rough Rider presence. You know, I think Cassidy recorded like both of his albums in Phoenix at that time. But long story short, you know what I'm saying, Game was out working on his album with Swizz. I ran into him in the club. I had one CD left. He ended up taking it, you know what I'm saying, and then the next day, man, I got a plane ticket and a phone call, and we started building our relationship from there. like I said, he was definitely working with Swizz to get some records for his solo album, and that's kind of just how it all, kind of came about.
The solo album after the documentary, like which album was that?
Yeah, he was working on the Doctor's Advocate, the one that had One Blood on it.
Oh, okay,
the one that had the record
Wayne.
One Blood with No. One Blood had Junior Reed.
Oh, okay.
I remember that.
The One Blood record. Yeah, so he was working on that album, and like I said, Swizz was in the city at the particular time, so Game technically came to Phoenix to get some production from Swizz, and that's how we end up connecting and linking, and kind of moving from there.
Did you appear on any of his?
Huh?
Yeah, he had the Black Wall Street.
Yeah.
Did you have any appearances on any of his albums afterwards?
So that record right there, the Doctor's Advocate record, was, how can I say it? I made an appearance but not had an appearance. You know what I'm saying? So of course he put me in all the videos. He highlighted me. But I was working with him on that album. You know what I'm saying? I was helping kind of create, different type of concepts, pick out different production, hooks, you know what I'm saying? I got credited on the album as far as helping create it, but actually having like a 16 or something on that album, I didn't. You know what I mean? The album after that, he had a record called Big Dreams that me, your boy, and I forgot the other artist's name, where they put us on the remix, but the remix came out on the actual physical CD. You know what I'm saying? So the only credit that I really have as far as being a feature is on that Big Dreams remix record that ended up coming out on the album after that.
Oh, okay. So what was because I always know in the game they bring in new artists, they marinate together, they vibe together, they sometimes take influence of the new artists, because, most artists is always in their own zone, so they out of touch with whatever else is going on, and sometimes that hungry artist that comes in, he sparks the room.
Yeah.
It's
funny that you say that, because for a long time after when me and Game kind of went our separate ways, and like I said, that's still my big brother to this day. Like, I still talk to him. We got a great relationship. We was able to, sit down like men and really, I was able to address, the shit that I had on my spirit. You know what I mean? But that's exactly what it was when I first got with Game. You know what I'm saying? It was just a breath of fresh air. I was young. I was hungry. You know what I'm saying? I was just kind of in tune with the streets a little bit more at that moment. You know what I'm saying? Musically. And definitely, you know what I'm saying, he needed that energy going into that next album. You know what I'm saying? So I know that was the initial spark on bringing me on to the Black Wall Street at that particular time. As time went by, of course, you know what I'm saying, I was able to jump on all the mixtapes and really make my presence felt. But there was just so much craziness going on with the business. Everybody knows the big beef between him and 50 and how all that didn't transpire, you know what I'm saying? So I end up eventually having to make a decision for myself, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the lawsuits and everything getting in the way of everything, right?
Yeah.
Because I know he was dealing with that TV show lawsuit with the girl, and when he touched her on.
He was dealing with on camera, but he was dealing with that, and let's not also forget that, Jimmy Hinchman had the federal indictment case at that time, which was the management.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There was just so much going on, and being a new artist and really feeling like you're not getting your just due, not because, you know what I'm saying, you can't create the music that's needed, but just because of the business structure and all the shit that's going around. Sometimes you gotta stand tall and make a decision for yourself and your family. So for me, you know what I mean, like I said, it was, I felt like I had to just come from under that light and try to create my own if I was trying to you know what I'm saying, stand on my own and blossom like I am now.
Yeah, because the beef was very serious. Yeah, the beef was very serious between those two, and that can definitely spill over into the creative process.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And yeah, definitely, and it brings the energy in the room where nobody's like thinking about music. They're more thinking about the situations going on, and then you're a hungry artist, and your concern is just the music, but now you got to deal with all this outside energy, you know, stopping the growth, you know?
Yeah, and to keep it all the way above with you, you know what I'm saying, it was affecting the business. I think people still forget, like, yeah, this is the music, but this is the music business. This is the business that needs to be attained and handled at that particular time. And, you know, when you got, you know, beef so magnified with, you know, with 50 and Jimmy and, you know, cats was really getting poked and stabbed and shot at, and, you know what I mean? These corporate companies that was pumping a lot of, you know, a lot of money into the program, you know, really started freezing up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, people, you know, them you know, corporate checks, you know, stop getting cut. You know what I mean? And it was starting to affect everybody's bottom line. So, like I said, man, we definitely had to start making some real grown man decisions on, you know, what was right, you know what I mean, for each person's individual situation.
Right.
Yeah, especially when they start looking at it like a liability situation, and you don't want to be end up being in a liability by association. Not talking about him per se, but that's the way this business operates.
Right.
Well, the whole thing
you know
is the companies don't want to be liable for anything that happens, so they're going to back away from it, and you know, until it's resolved. And if it gets resolved properly, then, you know, the checks come back. But if it don't, it just it dies right there. Like, that's it. You're searching for a new contract. You're searching for new opportunities. But, you know, that's what happens, you know. It's always been like that. I remember when Game came here and the whole issue started with the G Unit, and they was at Hot 97. I think one of the Game's people got shot in the leg.
Yep.
You know, it was a real ill time, but also, you know, when Game comes through, you know, he got the whole Harlem behind him at all times. You know, he messed with Jimmy. And Jimmy, you know, he got the whole Harlem. So, you know, he's good.
Jim always good, but Jim always was a solid one. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even to this day, when, you know what I'm saying, all of us, you know, slide out there from time to time. You know what I mean? You know, we always like to stop by Amy Roos. And, you know, Jim always come touchdown and make sure everybody is solid, man. So salute to Jim, man, just for always just keeping that New York love, you know what I'm saying, solid for us, man, because, you know, we definitely move around a lot. You know what I mean?
Right. So, E, let's get to some of his music, man. Let these people know that haven't heard of Richie Evans. Have you always went by Richie Evans? Like, has that always been your name?
Nah. I went by Juice at one time. You know what I'm saying? When I was signed to Game, you know what I'm saying, I went by the name Juice at that particular time. And like I said, when all the business and things like that started going haywire, man, I had to make a transition, like I said, for myself to keep it solid. And that's when I did the transition from Juice to Richie Evans.
All right. Say no more.
That's what it is. That's what it is, man. So we go ahead.
Screwball Radio. We here with Richie Evans. And let's get to it, E.
No doubt, man. The first joint we're going to hit y'all from the Black Wall Street era. The joint that Richie did with Gang called Rollin'. We're going to hit y'all with two classics, and we just going to go forward from there for the transition. So let's go.
I'm going to have a sweet life, sweetest life you've ever seen. And when the day is over, gonna go to sleep in a field of green.
DJ World Premiere. DJ Ski, New Jersey Devil exclusive. I'm pushing
in the Cadillac, man. It's black man, and I'm a black man in the Cadillac, man. See what I'm saying is, ain't no diamonds in the back, diamonds on my neck, diamonds on my neck, diamonds on my neck. I'm so fresh, so clean, edge sharper than the game. So look at the soul of my L1, see what I've been through the struggle and drove through the fire. Kanye on the track, that nigga spitting through the wire. I spit that pain back. Every chorus need a choir, like fiends need suppliers, like Dayton's to the wires. I'm rolling. Turn my music up and keep rolling.
Man, we just rolling. Turn the music up, we just rolling. Let the windows down and keep rolling. Man, we just rolling. Picture me rolling. System on blast, just rolling. Foot on the gas, we just rolling. Man, we just rolling. I got my back on the wall like a hustler, smoking like a muffler, waiting for the customers. I got that weight that they push up state for. Things can't wait for, enemies hate for me to make that cake or drive through the state for. PHXAZ is what I came for, rock my chain for, hooked up with game for, headed to the boot, shotgun in the range for. I can make change more, and my shit bang more. Bitches screaming my name when I open them range doors. When my wrist was touching, ain't nobody know them. So tell them niggas, picture me rolling. Man, we just rolling. Turn the music up, we just rolling. Let the windows down and keep rolling. Man, we just rolling. Picture me rolling. System on blast, just rolling. Foot on the gas, we just rolling. Man, we just rolling. Homie, I'm just rolling. Thinking about the past, they said I would never last. So even if you crash, keep rolling. And I got a stash spot, niggas is killing, so my stash spot got a stash spot. Roll up the window, roll up the endo, blow it out the sunroof, share it with my kinfolk. My niggas in the grave, my niggas behind bars. Man, it's too many of y'all, but y'all know who you are. Gangbangers in the hood, and they shooting like stars. And the gangbangers I know don't wear shoes with the stars. They tie bandanas and they shooting out cars, so I had to turn it around and start shooting out bars. Man, we just rolling. Turn the music up, we just rolling. Let the windows down and keep rolling. Man, we just rolling. Picture me rolling. System on blast, just rolling. Foot on the gas, we just rolling. Man, we just rolling. Yeah. It's the Black Wall Street recording. You got the juice now, nigga.
You know what, nigga? You acting like a little bitch right now. You acting real paranoid and shit. Now these motherfuckers smoked your goddamn cousin in front of you, nigga. Blew his head off in front of your face, and you ain't gonna do shit? You acting like a little bitch right now, nigga. Man, fuck that, I ain't letting that shit ride.
Black Wall Street.
Perhaps you wonder the reason why. But wait, a new day. Welcome to the West Coast, motherfucker.
I'm a midnight rider. I do my dirt up by my low leg. I keep it low key. I got that old black K. All black, all black shotty with that 4-5 with back to midnight rider. I do my dirt up by my low leg. I keep it low key. I got that old black K. All black, all black shotty with that 4-5 with back to midnight rider. Midnight rider. I'm in that old black frame, strapped with a K, on the 101 freeway, riding this race, having visions of my cousin getting shot at the light, drunk every day cause he should be living his life, but I'm living for today cause you can't promise tomorrow, kids behind the wheel, slowly dealing with sorrow, DJ, hey. Pain of my nigga just watching them die, getting caught up in the crossfire and letting them fly, but I'ma ride soon enough to fill my road, they better shoot me cause I'ma kill them first. My nigga had a daughter, a wife, and a younger brother, a cousin named Juice and a beautiful grandmother. I swore to the grave I shall avenge his death, so I ride every night with a Mac in the back. I'm in revenge mode when the sun goes down. I put that on my life and my unborn child. I'm a midnight rider. Midnight rider. I'm a midnight rider. I do my dirt on by my low leg. I keep it low K. I got that old black J. All black, black, all black shotty with that 4-5 and back to midnight rider. I do my dirt on by my low leg. I keep it low K. I got that old black J. All black, black, all black shotty with that 4-5 and back to midnight rider. Midnight rider.
Lots of people killed before, but I ain't never done it myself. I mean, I never had a reason to. When they killed my cousin, I knew I was gonna kill them. Damn! Suck on that, you bitch ass.
Yeah. Screwball Radio. Saturday night, here with Richie Evans, the Evans Admiistration. Is that the label?
Man, it was, you know, it's crazy listening to those records, man, because they bring up a lot of honest memories. You know what I mean? Like you know, I haven't heard them records in a minute, man. They definitely sparked some good energy in me tonight. So man, I appreciate y'all banging those for sure.
Yeah, you know,
the crate,
on
man.
Screwball Radio, you know, we like to, you know, because there's always people that never heard the artist. They don't know their background. So, you know, we like to make sure that the people know where y'all coming from and where y'all going, you know, from point A to point B. And they could catch up to speed and be like, oh, well, he did with the game. Then they go back and they start looking for older things. But, you know, today's a new day, so we want them to listen to the new things, but we still got to let them know where you came from, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So my question, E?
Yeah, I was gonna ask him, man, what is like your fondest memories of that Black Wall Street era?
You know, truthfully, man, like, you know, at that particular time, despite that there was just a lot of, you know, turmoil going on, there still was a lot of positive things. You know what I mean? We was able to, of course, you know, be in the studio with the Dr. Dre's and the Switches and the Just Blazers, and, you know, we really did have a good team and family vibe. You know what I mean? It was just, like I said, man, you know, the business at hand between Game and 50 just put a glitch in the matrix that just ultimately affected everybody who was under that umbrella. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, I'm sure, you know, especially, you know, 50 was like the biggest artist at the time. You know, like the whole world stopped for 50 Cent.
Right, and imagine doing business in the same building with him. You know what I'm saying? You know, he was, you know, Game was signed to Interscope, you know, too. You know what I mean? So it definitely was a lot going on. But like I said, positivity-wise, you know, we definitely was able to just travel the world, you know what I'm saying, build a solid brand, you know, of course, get, you know, some money and you know, be able to deal with, you know, some of them legends. Like I said, Dre's a legend, Swizz is a legend, Just Blaze is a legend. So we definitely had some positive memories with that.
My question for you, Richie, is what got you into hip hop? Like what were you listening to back in the day that made you say, I could do this, I want to do this?
You know, truthfully, man, you know, so for me, you know, growing up, my uncle, he moved from Philly to Phoenix when I was a kid. My mom's brother, so he was like older. So he definitely was kind of like an older influence. And at that time, man, you know, that's when the whole NWA craze was going. You know what I mean? NWA was, you know, 100 miles and running at that time. And then, you know, Ice Cube, you know, was dropping out America's Most Wanted and, you know, this and that. So you know, having the opportunity so young to, you know, be around an influence like my uncle, to be, you know, picking up, you know, Ice Cube and watching him on TV and listening to his tapes. That was definitely the beginning point for me, you know what I mean, to really start doing this thing in hip hop.
Oh, so no Philly artists inspired you to do music? Because, you know, Philly got a lot of history, like, you know, from Will Smith to Steady B to State Property,
so
you know, like it's.
I mean, there was art. So the initial start, as I was saying, was Cube was the one who really put the battery in my back. But when I got a little bit older and I really started understanding and really started locking into, like, you know, melodies and rhyme patterns and, you know what I'm saying, you know, stuff like that, of course, you know, there was other artists who really came into play to kind of help me structure my sound. You know what I mean? Of course, Nas is a big influence. Of course, you know what I'm saying, Dutch and Spade from Philly, you know what I'm saying, was a big influence, you know, back in the day, the major figures. You know what I'm saying, with Gilly and them. They definitely, you know, they definitely played a big part, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, and even I gotta, you know, shout out, you know, Chris and me. You know, Chris, you know, I definitely, you know what I'm saying, was a student of his style as well, and checking him out. So, you know, of course, you know what I'm saying, you know, the essence of Philly will always, you know what I'm saying, run through the bloodline, for sure.
And what part of Philly you was from? West Philly, South Philly?
South
Philly? Yeah, shout out to whole Philly, man. City of brotherly love. You know, free ARAB, you know, free Dark Lord. Man. You know, all the big ones out there. You know, Philly breeds some ill rappers. This is why I know that you gonna be something. You know what I'm saying? Not only with the moves you making, but the things you be saying in your rhymes. I could tell that you're gonna be great. You know what I mean?
Man, I appreciate that. I gotta give a shout out to my man Tone Trump. You know what I mean? Tone from Philly. That's my man. You know, he definitely was one of the first Philly artists that whenever I went back to the city and, you know, moved around, you know, he was always just tapping in and showing love. You know what I mean? There was no malice or no hate. It was always just an uplift. Shout out to the boy Tone Trump.
Yeah, it's funny you say that because I was just watching Creed. You know what I'm saying? And he's got his little part in that, right? Yeah, shout out Tone Trump. You know, shout out to whole Philly.
Yeah, I forgot he had a cameo there.
Yeah, he had that. You know, he had that small little part in Creed. Yeah,
that's right. He did when old girl was performing at the venue. You right?
Yeah. Yeah, so you know, Screwball Radio, Richie Evans, man, get to know the name. Go check his music. You know, he out here giving you heat.
Live and direct,
but
man.
before we get into some other music, like, how did the whole Rick Ross thing come about? Like, how did you connect with Ross, and did you always know him?
No, I mean, we rubbed shoulders before, you know what I'm saying, and we got some mutual people, you know what I'm saying. So the thing how it really took off was, I think Ross did everything in this industry thus far besides one thing. You know what I mean? He put Meek on, he got Wale right, you know, he had the whole MMG booming, but he's never put out a West Coast artist. Now, you know, there's been a lot of rumors and speculation that, you know, of course he was trying to sign Nipsey, and RIP to Nip, you know what I'm saying, you know, for the tragic situation that happened. But with myself, we ended up staying at the same hotel, and I was working on my EP, and he was in there, and he was like, man, I was just talking about you. And I was like, yeah, well, what's up? And he was just like, man, you know, I was just, you know, going through some West Coast artists, and you just kind of came to mind. He was like, you know, you handle your business, you know what I'm saying, you sound dope, and you know, you kind of out the way. You're not fucking up the business. You know what I'm saying? You're not out here trying to, you know, make this money and then turn around and get locked up or do some weirdo shit. You know what I mean? So we definitely had a great conversation about entrepreneurship and music. At that moment, and I just asked him, I was like, listen, man, I'm working on my project right now, man. I would love to try to get you on it. And he was like, well, yeah, let me hear the record. So I played him the record at that particular moment, and the first thing came out of his mouth, he was like, man, this is something that I would have personally picked for my album. And I thought that was big coming from Ross, because I think Ross is one of them industry vets who got a quality ear for production. You know what I'm saying? Ross's albums and projects are well put together, man, and he got a dope ear. So to hear somebody like him say that about myself, you know what I'm saying, really just gave me some extra motivation. But and so yeah, man, after that, man, we ended up just keeping in contact, and he just wanted me to be around a little bit more. So I started coming around, and now I think things are starting to, perfectly unfold the right way. You know what I mean? The record that we got is I think it's in the top 25 right now. It's getting a lot of press and a lot of push. People starting to see me and him at a bunch of different events and different places, and really starting to just automatically put that MMG moniker, you know what I'm saying, in motion. So, we about to see how this goes within the next few months, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
So would it be? Go ahead, E.
Yeah, I was gonna say before we go take the music break, one of the other records that we're gonna play is The Purge, which you did with Mano. Now, what was your creative process like working with Mano, and what made you take the direction of talking about that particular topic there?
I think at that time, man, we all was kind of in the unknown coming out of the whole pandemic. You know what I'm saying? At that particular time, man, everybody confined in the house, and you couldn't be around certain people. You didn't know what was going to go on. So I know that both of us, you know what I'm saying, was basically just, speaking from the mindset and emotion of that particular space. Yeah, man, like I said, the record came out hard. It's called The Purge, and like I said, man, there's just a lot of shit going on with the politics and stuff at that point, and I thought it was something that was dope for me and him to spit about. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, so how did before we get into it, how did the pandemic affect you out there? Like, was you in Phoenix when the pandemic hit? Because, here in New York, we was the first state to really suffer from it. It shut us down. We was shut down from March 17th. They shut us down. The whole New York was, everybody was home. It looked like I Am out there, Will Smith movie.
I know the I Am Legend. I'm already knowing. No, it definitely was like that out. It definitely was just like that out west too. You know what I'm saying? The pandemic kind of helped me kind of get all my ducks in a row. I think at that particular time I was moving and shaking and moving 100 miles a minute, chasing that next check and being out on the road. It gave me some time to really sit down and, get my personal business and, music business in order. It gave me some time to really reflect and really get, you know what I mean? And it really was probably one of the best things that really happened for me, because, like I said, it forced me to sit down and, take a moment to breathe and look at the world from a different point of view. And once I started doing that, everything in my music career honestly kind of started taking off at a better notion. You know what I mean?
Right. All right, E. Let's give it to him. Let's give him that music. Richie Evans, the Evans Admiistration on Screwball Radio.
Come on.
Let's get it. The Purge, man.
Olympics!
Starting underground ain't easy. Rising to the top, still reaching. Even when you felt defeated, you know you ain't. You found the one to match your vision.
to get busy. Only name mentioned with mine is Kendrick and Nipsey. Young Richie. I've been here to bless the booth. Even through uneasy times, consider recession proof. Cities under siege and quarantine from Corona. Trying to move product from Arizona to Florida. Dealing with the government crises and the lockdown. Conspiracy theorists from Donald Trump and the Rothschilds. We living in some fucked up times by any means. Not gonna let them fuck up mine. I'm 10 toes down and holding my pivot, ready to die for the breath that I'm giving. I'm living, yeah.
Starting underground ain't easy. Rising to the top, still reaching. Even when you felt defeated, you know you ain't. Found the one to match your vision. Now to make it out so we can dominate.
Don't wait till I'm gone to say that I'm great. Never needed your love, you showed it too late. Never defeated, hustle determines my fate. For the niggas that's from the bottom, I know they relate. Either dying a legend or you just dying alone. Will I make it or fail? At least I tried on my own. If I fall, I'ma get up, then I'm right back on the road. I ride for my niggas, whether they right or they wrong. How could they never believe? I'm not no regular nigga, can't let them see if I bleed. My shit ain't regular nigga, I'm something special nigga. Blood of a running slave, heart of a rising king. Spirit I never betray, hey!
You already know what it is, nigga. 21 gun salute. We live by it, we die by it. Richie.
Top shelf, foolish nigga, go hard, so hard, diamond face, so hard, realest nigga, you know, out here on God. I do work and I stack chip, protected tough with that black clip, really no time for the fuckery, doubled up tough for my luxury. I do work and I stack chip, protected tough with that black clip, really no time for the fuckery, doubled up tough for my luxury.
They want me to change, they want me to change, but I ain't changing. Nah, I remain the same. Even through the pain, I feel amazing. When I'm in heaven, they'll say I am legend.
Heroes get remembered, legends never die. Heroes get remembered, legends never die. Heroes get remembered, legends never die. I'm legend, motherfucker. I'm legend, motherfucker.
I am a legend. I am a legend. Fuck all you niggas that's knocking my paper. My shit is major. Stood in some kitchens and whipped up my baker. Got all my cake up. Flipping them squares, I'm getting my shapes up.
Reason to hate, reason to hate. I'm feeling great, make no mistake. I'm trying to eat in this money estate. Nigga, what you make? Nothing. Then you show up with a play. My echelon, niggas can't stand on the cloud I'm on. I breathe to believe, got a bad bitch from Panama. Moving that Marley, listen to Marley, bumping some Sade, trunk full of mileage, making it twerk. Everybody got a little bass for the first, pitching them balls, shopping them malls. Niggas is willing to give it they all. Wanna be legends, moving the raw, ducking the law. So we pray to our Lord.
You are now listening to Highly Favored.
You might as well run a motherfucking tape back. Like, yeah, let me talk that shit. There's really not too many niggas quite like Rick. They compared to the greats, like Hov, like Nip, Kendrick Lamar. Plus I got bars like Tip, cordially. My respect means more to me than taking on my waves like you really here supporting shit. I'm really hotter than your favorite rapper. I'm really realer than your favorite rapper. Check the stats, nigga. I'm 5 mic plus 1, that's no facade. Only name mentioned in mine is Biggie and Nas. On God, I'm a motherfucking problem. Any situation I'ma solve. Richie. Yeah, let me talk that shit. Really, let me talk that shit. Hey yo, let me talk that shit. Really, let me talk that shit. Hey yo, I am who I am, check my legacy. The respect in me will have man niggas checking me. I'm something different than you used to. And I got the juice too, and when it comes to mine, I got the screw blue. I live by different codes, different views, different modes, different mindset ultimately leads to different goals. I'm chasing bags in a check, fans and respect. And if you cross mine, fucking straight at your neck, get it? I don't play about mine, I'm about that action. And if it ain't adding up, then we start the subtraction. That boy Richie really all that's lit, so best believe, let me talk my shit, Richie. Let me talk that shit. Really, let me talk that shit. Hey yo, let me talk that shit. Really, let me talk that shit. Hey yo.
Richie.
Yeah, that bangers we had to hit y'all with right there.
Man. Yeah, straight heat. You definitely got that, man. You definitely got that sound, man. You know, like you've been here already. Like you've been doing this for a while, you know, and it's about that time that you start getting more shine, you know, for real. You definitely got that sound.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, no question. So when can the people? Do you have a new album out? You know, do you have? You know, I know you did the song with Ross. I know that single's on BET Jams and getting hella spins. Yeah. But do you have an album coming out?
Yeah. We just dropped an EP called Highly Favored. That's on all your DSPs, on Spotify, Apple Music, all that. Like I said, you know, we got the single with me and Ross called Tearing Out the Hustle that's out right now too. And like I said, man, you know, I'm about to jump back into the lab here probably within the next few weeks or so, and then we're gonna start working on the official album that's gonna come out during the summer. So yeah, definitely been in my bag.
Everything is independent coming from your camp? Like everything is independent, or you kind of have an umbrella?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Well, everything right now is under, you know what I'm saying, my label TBA, the Evans Admiistration. But like I said, you know, this next the solo album, though, you know, it may come up under that MMG imprint, or it may come under that Universal imprint. Right now, we still in talks, but we definitely, you know, moving towards the right way.
Definitely.
Dope. That's dope. You know, congratulations. You know, keep grinding.
Yeah.
And tell him.
Definitely, man. You know, we got about 5 more minutes to spare. We about to end the track with the joint that you got out with Ross. So, do you care to tell and let everybody know where to find you or social media handle?
Yeah, man. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I want to say, man, appreciate y'all, you know, for having me. You know what I mean? For all the old listeners and the new listeners, make sure y'all tap in with me on my social media. That's Who Is Richie on Instagram, Facebook. And like I said, man, I got that new EP out right now called Highly Favored. It's on Spotify, Apple Music, all your biggest platforms. And the record we about to get into, like I said, the hit single featuring my man Rose and Vito called Can't Knock the Hustle by your man Richie Evans. Let's get to it.
Before we get into it real quick, I got a question to ask you about streaming. How do you feel about streaming?
Okay.
Do you feel like,
you know it's cool, but, you know what I mean, I prefer that hard-earned paper. You feel me? I mean, I'd rather a person, you know what I mean, pay that $12.99, $13.99, whatever it is, besides getting a stream. I think that they just, you know, I think the industry made that just as a token to take more money from the artist. Now, don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying, streaming money is cool, but ain't nothing more money than that, you know, hard-earned album sale, though. You know what I mean?
But is your music available in physical copy? Can the people go to your website and? Yeah,
I was gonna say actually right now we're definitely doing well, it's funny because we're doing a special edition Highly Favored EP where you got the cassette tape or the CD. And it comes with an autographed copy of it, you know what I'm saying, with a hat and stickers. So I'm definitely in the physical form with it out here. You know what I mean? Like I said, make sure that everybody, you know, check me on my social sites and your notifications. And we definitely letting y'all know.
Official. You got to think about that vinyl, too. You know, people love vinyl. You know, vinyl made a big comeback in the last couple years. You know, everybody's putting their albums out on vinyl. You know, the DJs love vinyl. And, yeah, man, you know, you want to touch them on in every aspect of a physical form, you know?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So, no, we definitely with you on that.
All right, man. Thanks for coming on, Richie Evans. Go check him out. Who Is Richie? Instagram, Who Is Richie on Facebook. And let's hit him with that new banger featuring Rick Ross. Much salute to you, brother. And I'll be keeping my ear to the street for you.
Man, appreciate you, family, on everything.
No doubt. Who hand?
Catch next week, same school time, same school channel.
Yeah.
Yeah. You already know what time it is, my nigga. Fly shit on. You know what I mean? Richie.
Go. That nigga Richie from Phoenix, he got the city poppin'. He known across the globe from Dallas to Compton. He was signed to the game, but then he grew up. Now in that executive role, picking the shoot up. Couple bitches around, really trying to choose up. That oyster perpetual rollie busting his shoot up. Like as a dime, Kobe Bryant / LeBron. That should explain the type of wave that I'm on. Supreme living, elite ambition, Coleco vision. Under them is my secret mission. Yeah. Knowing my purpose, standing above the surface, watching for these fakes, snakes, jakes, and serpents. Yeah, I'm trying to win at the top tier and bring the title to my city home this year. Everything that I'm speaking is facts. My next move is hanging plaques off rap. Yeah, that.
Real life, I made my own. I put myself on the sign. I made a promise, so it won't be long. All my life, man, I've been paying dues to pay the bills. To make it to the top, king of the hill. You can't skip the
biggest boss in the game, Ricky Rose. I'm rocking with my family, check. Yo, swimming like an angel falling out the sky. Look me in my eyes, that's if you wanna ride. 59 Impala, $250,000 in it. Niggas tripping, fuck around and did a killing in it, mad shot. All she seen it was a rag top. Threw some money out the window from the wise guys. Never knock the hustle of a young nigga. You never know who winning or which one realer. I got my windows closed, I'm blowing thick smoke. Niggas throwing sets up, I'm getting rich though. Close with all my homies like we kin folk. Hitting switches on the bitches and I'm sitting low. Pay my homie like that nigga 10 toes. Write a letter every month, we still real close. Real niggas doing real things. He came home when the bill came.
Real life, I made my own. I put myself on the time. I made a promise so it won't be long. All my life, man, I've been paying dues to pay the bills. To make it to the top, king of the hill. You can't skip the experience. Been through the struggle. You can't knock the hustle.
Yeah. I'm on the bubble. Hustle so infectious, I had to embrace the struggle. Everything I got, the boy earned. Stayed down in the fire, played cool and learned. You niggas are silly. Looking for a milli, I'm looking for a Billy. Really, West Coast nigga with the nice part. I grind hard, voice of the city and the streets. I told Ross, let me bubble. Keep it 100, nigga, couldn't knock the hustle. Really ice with it, throw the dice with it. It's my life with it, Richie nice with it. Yeah, I told you once, I'm at the top tier. And bring the title to my city home this year. Everything that I'm speaking is facts. My next move is hanging plaques off rap. Yeah, that.
Real life, I made my own. I put myself on the time. I made a promise so it won't be long. All my life, man, I've been paying dues to pay the bills. To make it to the top, king of the hill. You can't skip the experience. Been through the struggle.